Welcome back, everybody, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and today we are back down here at 79th, and this crew's been struggling to get this one over the trailer. What in the world is this? Man, you really never know what you're going to see down here at 79th, man. Oh, we get a little bit of everything. And our crew here looks like they've decided they're going to make an approach on one. And we've got a crew of 2 on board. Well, maybe 1.5. And he looks pretty good. He's got a decent line. It's a little windy down here today, though. And somehow he's gonna miss that. Or maybe he backed it out on purpose. Oh man, he's reversing this one hard, and his transom is below the water line. I'm sure he's taking water over the transom as he's backing up there. But why is he backing all the way down here? I'm a little confused by this one. Maybe he saw the camera and decided he wanted to show off his reverse skills? I'm not 100% sure. He looked like he had a good line on one too, and for whatever reason, he let one go. I mean, did the little bump off the dock and kind of let it slide around, and we're still just reversing around here, checking out spots. I mean, hot dogging it over here at 79th. And it looks like we are going to change from our positioning on 1 to, I would guess, 5 now. So we'll line up and see if we can make a second attempt at getting this one on the dock. And once again, it's a little windy, so he's got a little bit of current to deal with, but his approach isn't bad. And he's leaving the helm with the boat in gear, which we never recommend. And he's going to go ahead and grab a pole, but the boat's still in gear, so he's got to get this thing back into neutral. He's kind of shifted it back to there, but we've got no lines out and ready. Once again, sometimes when you're by yourself, this is a little more difficult to do because it's tough for you to kind of guide the boat in and get everything ready. You really got to have yourself pretty set up when you're trying to do this on your own. And he slid off a 5 a little bit, but he's going to try and reverse his way back onto this. Oh! And he's going to pull off a 5 now as well. I mean, we had a pole there, so we were even closer to 5 than we were on 1. He's kind of eyeballing 4, like maybe I'll reverse onto this, but we're going to skip that for the moment as well, and we're going to reposition and see how we can get this on here. At least he does have a stern line. It appears tied off now, so he's got at least one line ready to go. But if you're a single boater, I mean, I can't see from this angle if he's got a mid-cleat, but if he does, that's the one you want to use if it's just you by yourself. And he's eyeballing 5, but he's going to kind of miss again. And it looks like we're going to go for 4. And the dog realizes what's going on. The dog switched sides already too. And he's got a good angle on 4. I mean, and the wind and current are going to help him get into it. Little speed check. But we do have one mistake here too that I see commonly made down at these ramps, especially if you're by yourself and you're going to take your time getting things ready. He's got the outdrive turned. So instead of having it straight right now, what's going to happen with that outdrive turned is the stern's going to come into the dock and the bow's going to come off the dock. And he's giving my man a line, so we've got a line here, but it still looks like he tied this line to the stern. And so our guy's going to go ahead and time off, but no. Oh, man. Our guy let a lot of slack out there, which for this to be a stern line, you're going to want that tight. And so our guy, the captain's trying to get the other line, but exactly what I said a few moments ago was going to happen is happening now because the outboard is turned, and we left slack on the line on the stern. The bow's coming out, and the stern is turning in toward the dock, and our outboard is basically against the dock now. This whole series of events here is kind of dumbfounding to me. I mean, considering that he had the perfect line on 1 right off the bat, I'm not sure how we've gotten to this point where it's gotten this far out of hand. So our guy's going to put a line in the bow. I don't know if he's not realized it's drifted off, because I see the line he's got, and there's no way it's long enough to get from the bow to the dock. And he's got to realize it now, and I bet it right around, it's going to click in his head now, this line's not long enough. But he's really kind of in a little bit of a mischief here because with the slack in that stern line there, there's not really going to be a good way for him to turn this back around. Once again, if it was a mid-cleat line, plenty of options. But here, he's kind of going to be pulling to dead weight. And, of course, they don't have it tied off. The line's just pulling off the pole. Oh, man. So he's back out, and he's going to basically probably have to realign this whole thing. And you're going to have to let that stern line go. All my man doing with the stern line now is just messing him up more. Really, he just needs to let that line go, and my man's going to have to pull out and reapproach all this one more time. This is like the lesson on how not to dock in 8 minutes. So our captain is realizing it now that he needs that stern line back, and he's going to have to reset this whole thing up one more time. This has been a docking adventure for him and his crewmate, that's for sure. So we're going to go ahead and reapproach all this again. And he's spinning it around just a little bit hot. And he keeps coming so wide that it's confusing. He seems like he's eyeballing 5 again. But I have to imagine after getting on to 4, he's going to go back. He's got to have figured out that that was the easier approach for him. And him and his crewmate are approaching the 9. This time they're going to get some real help. So my guy basically has a hand on the bow of the boat now. He's going to be able to control everything from this. We've got 2 lines out now too, so my man's got to be able to get this one tied off this time. And he's still kind of sliding off the dock, man. Somebody's going to have to pull him up to finish this one out. There's no way we can slide off again. So they're going to try and kick it around, but, you know, the wind, once again, the wind's blowing today, so it's kind of pushing them into the dock, and they're struggling, but everybody's off now, so this one should be coming to an end, but that was kind of an adventure in docking right there, that's for sure. And this crew here is having a time getting off the ski. It's been a balancing act the whole way. We've just got a tide that's extremely low, and they're struggling to get up there. And now our guy's going to try and get back on, just making it a more interesting time. They're both smiling and have a good time with it at least, though. I'm just surprised nobody's wound up in the water yet. And we're going to get this one started and attempt to get it back onto the trailer. No. What? Okay, now I'm really confused. I thought they were putting this thing on the trailer. He's struggling to get over there. She's trying to hand him a mask. But I'm confused a little bit by this one, as we needed the mask, but we have no life jacket on. I mean, I guess there's priorities when it comes to being out on the water. But I'm still really confused now, because I was under the impression he was going the 5 feet to the trailer. He is. Somebody's going to have to explain this one to me because I'm lost now. So, we're on the water. We didn't need a life jacket, but we needed the mask to go 5 feet from the dock to the trailer. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I guess after their little balancing act and getting on off the dock, they've made it safely to the trailer, and they're going to get out of here. And I'll tell you what, after that one, I think we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, be sure to check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, who do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet, Miami, Florida. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.